So my name is Rick Collins, and I'm an attorney in a firm by the name of Collins, Gann, McCloskey, and Barry. We're located on Long Island, but I have a national practice. And my practice is sort of where bodybuilding and fitness intersect with the law. That's my playground, that's my gig. So it ranges from helping supplement companies and people in the supplement industry to navigate the waters of FDA and FTC, dealing with contract manufacturers, licenses, trademarks, all the issues that a bread and butter supplement company would be involved with. That's what we do in-house, and we have companies in the sports nutrition and dietary supplement industry across the country and even in other countries. My personal practice is sort of where the dark side kind of comes in, and so I've probably represented more bodybuilders and others on cases involving performance-enhancing drugs, whether it's athletes who pop positive in a drug test, or whether it is somebody who's accused of possessing anabolic steroids or growth hormone or some sort of ancillary drug in the bodybuilding community, or whether it's somebody who's running an underground lab and making anabolic steroid type products and selling them on the Instagram or on Facebook. So I am a lawyer who probably knows that terrain in state and federal courts across the country more than anybody. I love what I do. I come from a background as a competitive bodybuilder, so it's not like I identified a niche that I wanted to opportunistically address. It just happened organically. I loved bodybuilding. I was a personal trainer. I was a bouncer. I was an assistant manager at a gym. I came from health and fitness. I've loved nutrition. I've loved bodybuilding since I was 16 or 17 years old. So for me to be able to now have a law practice that is right in the sweet spot of what interests me as a person outside of the law is phenomenal. And I come from a background that gave me the skills in law to be able to do what I do. I worked as a prosecutor, so as an assistant district attorney, learning criminal laws, criminal procedure, trial practice. I then also worked as a criminal defense lawyer for many, many years, handling a variety of different cases. So I was able to take those skills in the law and combine them with my passion and interest in the subject matter. I'm the happiest kid on the block. I love what I do. I love my clients. I love Monday morning to get up and go to work. I represent people who've made mistakes and try to get them out of those mistakes as best we can. And I also represent people in the sports nutrition industry to try to help them not to make the mistakes, because it's a lot cheaper not to make the mistake and a lot better not to make the mistake in the first place. And I see a lot of sports nutrition companies that don't get proper legal advice early on. They infringe somebody else's trademark. They make a claim that they can't substantiate. They in some way, have a product that's adulterated or contaminated and it needs to be recalled. These things can be very, very expensive. They can be devastating to a sports nutrition company. And so by getting good legal advice early on, by having a team of good lawyers from the start, you can avoid enormous amounts of problems of different kinds and save an enormous amount of money by not having to deal with those. I lecture a lot on topics of sports nutrition and on issues of performance-enhancing drugs. I was actually part of the U.S. Sentencing Commission's working group that recalculated anabolic steroid units under the federal sentencing guidelines. I've been an expert witness in cases on issues of steroid sentencing. So this is sort of my ballywick. This is kind of what I do. And if you're either somebody in the sports nutrition industry or functional foods or healthy products, natural products, my firm can help you in any of those regards. Or if you find yourself on the bad end of a search warrant or a subpoena or, God forbid, an indictment, you can call me, and it's probably something I've seen before and have dealt with before and know how to deal with now. So You can follow me on Instagram at Rick Collins ESQ. You can follow me on Facebook. I have a public page at Rick Collins Online on Facebook. I also tweet at Rick Collins ESQ. So I'm active on social media. I go to all the shows, the Arnold, the Olympia, Supply Side West, Expo West. So if you're in the sports nutrition industry and you say, hey, you know what, I got some questions, maybe I can talk to Rick. You can call my office, you can talk to me on the phone, or you can set up an appointment and meet with me at any one of those events, and I'll be happy to sit down free of charge and give you my thoughts on what your questions or problems are. My phone number is 516-294-0300. I've got a great staff. Jeannie is my assistant. I've got Jay Manfrey, who's a terrific lawyer who does a lot of label review, claims review, works in the area of dietary supplement space. So we're here to help, and we'd love to help out.